She might break the 100 barrier, but I don't know. Welcome back. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic. So Trump is bringing back discipline to the American school system. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Next, sir, we have an executive order on school discipline policies. Under, I believe it was the Biden administration, first Obama and then Biden, the Department of Justice issued guidance that made it almost impossible for schools to enforce adequate disciplinary policies. This created issues in the classroom for teachers and students alike. Basically, they focused on CRT and sort of diversity ideology instead of actually just enforcing the rules in classrooms to ensure a safe learning environment. This executive order revokes that prior guidance and puts us back in a place where hopefully the Department of Education can focus on education and teachers can focus on teaching in a safe environment.
And this was important for you, Linda, as I understand it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it gives teachers the authority now to have discipline in their classroom and discipline the person who is being disruptive.
Yeah, so I haven't been in school in ages, obviously, so I didn't know that the school system had gotten to be this insane, to where you can't even discipline a kid due to like some sort of weird racial equity thing. I mean, does this just mean that you can't discipline the black and the Latino kids and you can only discipline the white kids? I don't really know. If you're a part of the school system, please let me know exactly how that was working, but yeah, this just goes back to the pussification of America, though, where, you know, everybody was getting a trophy and we're not even going to keep score anymore and just we can't discipline a kid because it's too harsh and you can't even fail a kid. And then this is what you get. You get all these kids who can't even write an email when they're adults and say the 5 things I've done the past week. This is exactly what that leads to. A bunch of just entitled pussies in the workforce who can't do anything and just they don't want you to tell them to work or put any sort of guidelines on their life because you can't do that. This is my self-expression. You know, it's all about people's like self-expression these days and just, you know, their lived experiences. But yeah, good for Trump recognizing that, hey, we need to get it back to the point where we can tell kids, hey, you know, you're going to the principal's office or you're getting detention or we're failing your ass and you're going to be left behind. You know, kids need to be left behind. That whole no child left behind thing, that was a total scam where they're just, oh yeah, we'll just get kids through the system. Just get them through the system, you know. But yeah. If you aren't able to discipline kids, you're going to have just a bunch of just scumbag adults growing up. Folks that just don't want to do anything and are just entitled to all hell, which we are definitely seeing. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So Sonny Hostin thinks Trump's $5,000 baby bonus is geared towards white people. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Because when I look at something like this, these proposals, I want to know why, and I want to know who's making them. And so when I looked into that, they're saying that the U.S. birth rate is declining. However, in 2024, there was a 1% increase in U.S. births. But that increase was with Hispanic mothers and Asian mothers. So they don't seem to be concerned about that increase. They seem to be more concerned about a decrease in other populations.
Say it.
No, I think I said enough.
It's not based on that.
And so, well, it's just based on a study. And so the other thing
but have they said that anywhere? I mean, I feel like
yeah,
to be fair.
It's just fair to who? It's just a.
Have they said that this is to target only white families?
Oh, I didn't say that.
You
have
to read between the lines.
I just gave the stats.
But it's about economics. They're wanting people to pay in.
I'm just giving.
All right, so now let's not pretend like Trump doesn't want more white people having kids, but obviously he just wants more Americans having kids because the birth rates have been declining like crazy lately, especially since they were injecting things into people's arms, and that kind of screwed over a lot of people. But yeah, to just suggest, oh God, he just only wants white people and this is all for white people, it's just so stupid. But I will admit though, I don't know if I really like this whole thing, because there's gonna be a lot of, black women who are just like, oh man, they're gonna give me $5,000 to pop out a kid? Oh, hell yeah. Because they can just pop out the kid, you get the $5,000, get on welfare. Next thing you know, they got about 10 kids, they got 50 grand, and they got 10 kids on welfare, they're collecting all those benefits. And how many fatherless children is this gonna produce? So I don't know if I really like this $5,000 deal. I obviously understand what he's trying to do. He wants the Americans having kids because we're the Muslims and all that. We're just getting outbred by huge numbers these days. So yeah, I just don't know if he's completely thought through the ramifications of the fact that this might create a bunch of fatherless children. But hey, if that's what he wants to do and he thinks it's a good move, at least he's helping out Americans, right? But all right, let's get to the next topic. So Jasmine Crockett wants to take an IQ test to prove that she's smarter than Donald Trump. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
He also called you low IQ. I'm sure you're aware of that. Would you be willing to take an IQ test publicly, head-to-head against the President of the United States?
Absolutely.
All right, so let me know if you think that Jasmine Crockett is smarter than Donald Trump. See, here's the thing that people don't get about Trump. They just, oh, he's so stupid, he lies, blah, blah, blah. The guy has a set of skills mentally just that can't be bought. His business acumen, his ability to spot fake news. The veil has been completely pulled off Trump's head, and he knows exactly what's going on in the world at all times. You can't buy that knowledge. You can't learn it in a book. It's just, you have to go through the fire of beating the machine and seeing how the whole sausage is made to realize exactly the insane knowledge that Trump possesses. And that's why somebody like a Barron Trump, he's going to be a total beast when he's older, because the kid grew up in the fire. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to have a veil pulled off. He sees like, oh my God, this is everything that happened to my dad and fake news. And the kid just sees the world perfectly from basically the beginning, right? And this Jasmine Crockett, she's such a moron that she has no clue how the world works, right? She might be in Congress or whatever, but she's still just getting used by the system and, used for her race and just basically to get a voter base of just the blacks, So thinks she's smart, yet she really has no real world acumen as far as intelligence or just spotting how the world really works. Like Trump, he called out fake news. He basically invented the term fake news. The guy is functioning at 78 years old on a level that just not many people in society have ever functioned at. And if she wants to take the IQ test, I'd love to see it, because I want to know what her IQ is. Frankly, I doubt it's even over like 105. She might break the 100 barrier, but I don't know. But all right, let's get on to the next topic here. So Trump's installing 2 more flags, huge flags, at the White House. Go ahead, take a look at the clip.
Putting up a beautiful, almost 100-foot tall American flag on this side and another one on the other side, 2 flags, top of the line. And they've needed flagpoles for 200 years. It was something I've often said, they don't have a flagpole per se. So we're putting one right where you saw us, and we're putting another one on the other side on top of the mounds. It's going to be 2 beautiful flags.
It is a little weird to think that the White House only has that one flag up at the top on the roof, and it is kind of like a small flag. So good for Trump letting everybody know that, hey, when you see the 2 gigantic flags, that's where the White House is, right? You can see it from basically blocks away that, there's the 2 gigantic flags, there's the White House. And he's paying for it completely on his own dime, so he's not going to have the people saying, he's just using taxpayer dollars to make the White House look more the way he wants it. No, he's doing it himself. He probably loves the fact that he gets to say, oh, Trump's paying for it, and just, he gets to love America. The guy loves America, and, people hate him for it. All of a sudden today, if you love America, then you're just like, you're some sort of racist, but if you hate America, then you're like you know, a great American in the eyes of the libs, right? But it's just sickening, and good on Trump for Americaing up the White House a little bit more. Just giving it a hell yeah, you know? That's what he's doing. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.